Hey, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fans, as always. Talk is Miilkywayz, Nintendo, Sony, Manny, random pop culture news freak here, there we go. aka MannyTendoWolverine, you guys in wrestling, truths on short channel, of course. Man, all social media platforms on Linktree and all my links.com, just in case anything bad happens to this channel, it was just terminate, delete it. Just throwing it out there. Anyways, it might, unfortunately, get a copyright claim strike because of what the second part of the video I'm talking about. I was going to talk about this thing I heard about 2 days ago. And a credit card is, I don't know if it was Yellow Flash 2, Veridark, or Clownfish, one of those three channels that talked about it, TV talked about it. I'll leave the link down below. It was about the super pets, and everyone on Twitter about a couple days ago, or maybe it was in April, but I didn't even know about it till like Monday this past week, because it was Wednesday. I may or may not have a video on Saturday or Sunday, we'll see what happens. It'll be all in due time, but I haven't talked about Last of Us news in like a year and a half. Especially with the whole disaster that happened with the whole freaking, it's the pandemic, scandemic shit, not that. I was already one of them, but I'm talking about the thing with Neil Druckmann and all that. It was a bunch of drama, a bunch of old school gamers. Oh, the gamers are just toxic and all that. I don't believe in the whole toxicity bullshit anymore. Sometimes it's just people with bad, shitty, garbage, fucked up attitudes. That's what it is, unfortunately. But yes, this Last of Us Part 1's PS5 remake isn't a cash grab, says developers. This comes from the loadout. It's from 2 days ago. And a credit zoo from loadout.com. So yeah, I'm playing Uncharted music in the background instead of Last of Us because I don't know if I'll get copyright claim strike because I think there's 2 songs in there from The Last of Us Part 2 and I have copyright claiming music and I'm not taking a risk on my channel like that. I'm going to be ballsy enough to play that freaking music with Ellie's playing the guitar. I don't know the live action, what's it called, person that plays it for Ellie or whatever. I'm not sure what their name is, but it is what it is. So I'm only reading half this article, and I haven't talked about Vtuber virtual tuber news in a while, so I was gonna be about that. Be a lighthearted news. So let's begin. It doesn't say the author finisher, like not author finisher, the magazine article writer or journalist it says it was from, but it's just from the loadout. Because whether you like it or not, another Last of Us remake is coming. It's coming soon. And consider the graphical and gameplay improvements between The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. The justification for the remake, jumping from the first game to the sequel, can be jarring for players to experience the full narrative. However, the game's high prices is about drawing lots of criticism from fans, which many are calling it a release cash grab, defending the $70 US American dollars. So I'm not sure how it's going to be in other places like the United Kingdom, Australia, or Canada, how their currency works out there. I know in Canadian dollars it might be 90, 95, I don't know. In the UK it might be pounds or quid. But let's continue on. One developer has taken to Twitter to highlight the works that has gone into this remake. And let's keep going. Oh yeah, I knew I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about DC Secret Life of Pets or Secret or Superhero Pets. And then some people say they screwed up Cyborg's freaking design because they made his, like, half of his body's made out of metal and see on the other half human bones and guts and blood and all that stuff. And half of it's an afro. They call it the half-fro. I don't even know I was going to talk about that, but then again, I don't sound like I'm racist and all that, which I'm not, obviously. Well, let's get it started. So it's Robert Morrison. Oh, and I'll leave the link down below for I heard one of those 3 channels that were talking about that 2 days ago. Robert Morrison, animator, credited for The Last of Us Part was refuted to claim that, quote, it's just a cash grab, unquote, stating that it's actually the most meticulous built and crafted project that he has ever seen and never been a part of his entire career, unquote, elaborating that this slightly. Morrison does make it clear that the game's price is out of control and that the game's excuse me, out of his control and the game's, quote, is worth subjectively to each individual. However, he is, quote, and in all of the works, an amazing group of the people that did on this project. A tremendous amount of passion was put into it, unquote. There's so many quotes and quotation marks in this thing. This is only the second time I ever read from the loadout. I think it was like 2016 or 17, the last time I read from this place. 5.5 years ago. It's been a very hot ass month the last time I read from them, but let's continue forward. It says, quote, it's not been a decade since it's almost been a decade, I should have said, since The Last of Us original release in the PlayStation 3 fans of the series are clearly clearing their heads to drive out the third iteration of the same game, and if you were wondering why fans have an issue with this game, you just need to look at the replies of Mr. Morrison's statements. This quote is just a cash grab. It's the same thing I just said. This tweet was from a couple, I don't know, days, weeks, months. So the thing is, I'm not a hardcore fanboy, but the Last of Us series, the second one, so many bullshit political agendas on that thing. Not just JW writing. And it's like, oh, white males are so freaking cancerous and toxic. It's disgusting, bro. I didn't even bother playing the fucking second one. I just threw that shit out the window. Not physically, because I don't want to burn $70 for a piece of garbage whole politicalized agendas game like that. They would have made Trump, the enemy and stuff like that, like, as a final boss character. I wouldn't have been shocked at all, but let's continue. This is The Last of Us Part 2. This is, quote, literally added nothing but the game inside my jumping button, says one Twitter user. This quote, there's literally no reason that the game should be priced at $70. Why would I get this when I can play the same original game for $60, which is $10 cheaper? This is another one named Paris Lily. I'm not sure if that's a dude or a chick. It is what it is. I don't care. I'm not discriminating, but let's continue forward. This quote, there's literally no reason. I just read that. Paris Lily, a popular content creator from Kind of Funny Games and Gamer Tag Radio, has also weighed on an issue debate with the following statements. This quote, the issue isn't them, it's remaking the game. The issue for me is them charging $70+ Show me why I should pay $70 for a game and I played 2 iterations within the last 9 years. This person has a smart, very, very articulate way of thinking. I've heard of Kind of Funny Games before. I think they got their start either on YouTube or freaking Twitch back in the day. Those are going to be on top of the world. And I'm going to stop right here at the end after this. The fact is that there's an HBO series based on The Last of Us in development. Though many people have been critical about the excuse me, on the price point. I swear I'm not getting sick. I'm getting under the weather. A good reason to remaster and remake the first title is that fans are divided whether or not I'm asking them for the same amount of money you've been paying for them for a brand new AAA game. That is the right call. Yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I'm not sure how this is going to go down. If they effed up real bad on the Halo series, and I know some people say, it's like the worst thing all time. I really, really like the show, even though, man, I never played any of the games. Because I'm a normie when it comes to the Halo stuff, and I completely used to suck ass back in the Xbox and Xbox 360 days when I played it a few times. Not in my cousin's house, but it was like freshman year of high school. One of my friends back in the day, they had the original Xbox and Xbox 360, so I just sucked ass. I heard all the old school Mike stuff. I had thick skin. I didn't give a shit if they said the hard R, the hard other R word, the hard N word, and all that shit. It didn't matter. I was just real cynical like that. I didn't even give a rat's ass. So it didn't matter to me if people were using profanity, swear words, or cuss words. I give zero shits about that, dude. I fucking crap. I still don't either. I'm almost in my mid-30s next year. As far as The Last of Us TV show goes for HBO, I remember I talked about that in April, like not too long ago. It wasn't video game related, it was the TV streaming show for HBO Max related. And I'm a little nervous they're going to make a politicized agenda on that. They should just throw all the agenda political crap down the drain because none of that helps. It's not healthy for people to be gouging that all the time and digesting that into their system spiritually and emotionally. It does nothing good. And it sucks because I bet a lot of the voice actors for this show, and this movie is going to be really, really good as a remake remaster. They said a few things are going to be different. So hopefully they don't give an early unaliving to that dude Joel. I think that's a lot of the reason a lot of the fans for the first Last of Us game, they got pissed off because the old Viejito guy, his name's Joel, he got killed off in like the middle of the game. And a lot of the fools, I can understand. When they grew up with a character like that, it's a real badass, old school, take no shit, like kick ass, first ask questions later character. I can understand why they were upset about that, man. It's no cool. And I know it's completely total opposite. The last two like VTubers I talked about on this channel was Zendaya. I was going to call her Zendaya. And then in 2019 or early 2020, I used to be subscribed to Hero Hey at the time, and Yellow Flash too. was Project Melanie. And now I'm talking about another one. This is like the third. This is probably top 5 my favorite VTubers personally. I watch once in a while. There's other ones like Yuzu. That one. I was gonna say Miss Lily, but nah, not Lily. Either her, Sayurelli, this French one VTuber, she's really awesome as well. Either watching her, Iron Mouse. I'm a very huge glutton to be watching Iron Mouse a lot because she was connected to CW Dog and Anime Man. So I know and Miilkywayz and Gura Shark. Those are like the 5 VTubers I really love watching. Once in a while I watch Shy Lily, and once in a while I used to watch that old school like Pokemon YouTuber. Now she's a virtual VTuber, like Miilkywayz. She's funny. I only watch a lot of like the VODs that are on there. So I'll give credit is due. I think his name's Keanu. Or not Keanu Reeves, but Kiyako. He's really cool, but shout out to this chick, Miss Miilkywayz, man. My God. I wish I could show you the R34 for this freaking beautiful cosmic cow. And I swear to God, I'm not simping, but, sounds like I'm simping really hard for this girl. It has a really beautiful southern accent, like California Mexican accent. It's freaking such a turn on for me. I gotta be careful when I say this because I don't want to think YouTube, it's Sentai and it's being a pervert hentai dude or whatever. I'm not. I just appreciate the voluptuousness of the freaking anime characters. I know she's pretending to be an anime character, but it's so funny to see this one. So I'm just going to read a few tweets. Says, thank you, everyone, for coming to my re-debut. Today was such an amazing day. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Especially Iron Mouse for coming by. She was such a wonderful person. I know this is like 4 days ago, but I don't care. I wanted to talk about it. This is one of the most iconic chicks ever. I hope she gets 1 million+ followers and subscribers. She definitely earns it. I rarely ever talk about anything yet. If any people don't know who this is her old redesign. Her newer one's a little bit more different. This one should have been trending on Twitter. I don't know why it wasn't. It should have freaking trended like wildfire because it's amazing, bro. The way they made this chick, man. Shout out to the freaking Sentai DeviantArt / Twitter artists that made this thing. They drew her absolutely incredibly freaking well. Absolute god tier goddess. Oh man. Shout out to this person. I don't know who this person is. I guess it's another VTuber or it's a VTuber that's in competition with her, or she has respect for her. So she's so beautiful. I care about her and love her so much. Dude, I watched like so many streams of this chick, and I swear, it's the best. I don't care if it's a time waster. It's the best time I'm using in my whole life. And then I don't give her many bits or any of that stuff because I'm not a simp like that. But other people are simps. You can simp out to whoever you want. I'm not going to tell you what you want to do with your money, what you want to do about your money. It is what it is. But I'll leave the link to her Twitch account, description box down below, to her channel. Absolute one of the funniest personalities ever. Top 3 greatest. Next to probably Yuza and Sayurelli, the one that's the French VTuber. I'll see if I remember to leave their links to description box down below. I'll try to remember it. No promises, but I'll try to leave it. And that's it. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, and boys and girls. Links to description box down below. I'm really out of here. Talking to you more. I'll see you next you. Guys, have a great day, have a great night, have a very universe out there. Shooting more for your channel, including video game industry news, and among news, once in a while, Twitch drama news, and good Twitch news like this. And VTuber news once in 2-3 months, and that's it. Take it easy, peace out. Oh, and I love Zentreya the dragon, cybernetic dragon, she's cool. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Let's goodbye. See you on flip side. Take it easy. Don't take the poison, the JABOS, or the nanobots, or any of that. And I'm done. Later.